Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. We are in Faron Woods, in the deep woods, about ready to approach the temple, so let's get to it. So I've got another one of these leader guys here. Oh, I was hoping I could get him while he was playing that thing. Oh, come on. Alright. See, again, it gets kind of weird when your shots get blocked, because you still follow through, like I said in the last part. So it gets to be a little bit strange with the sword play. That's probably one of my biggest complaints with the motion controls. Alright, so here's some seeds we can pick up. There's 5 in this little bunch, and of course that's ammo for the slingshot, so you'll find those pretty much all over the place. There's quite a lot of them, so there's really no need to ever run out of slingshot ammo. See if we can... Oh, well, I was going to try to sneak up on that guy, but I guess not. There we go. Nope. Nice, I knocked him into that thing. That was kind of cool. Alright, now we don't even need the recovery. Alright, so here before we go across, we want to knock down this hornet's nest. Oh. There we go. It's a little weird, I was kind of at an angle. And if you're far enough away, they'll usually just go down with it. If you're too close, I believe they will actually start chasing you, so you don't want that to happen. So we gotta do more balancing here. Again, it's like really picky about going to the right, I don't know why. There we go. Alright, thankfully we got off before that guy noticed. Alright, so if we want, we can head up these little steps over here and make our way up a hill. And this will allow us to push down yet another log for another shortcut. There we go. So I guess that's pretty much just a way to bypass the tightrope, pretty much, when it gets down to it, I guess. I don't think I really ever used that one, but... Oh, now there's a face I know. Hey, bud. I got something I need your help with. Come over here and take a look. Oh, well, okay. I guess there's Gorko made his way here somehow. I don't know. I didn't see him pass us, but I guess that works. I'm gonna knock the rock. And it looks like another one of those boxes over there, so maybe we'll do something with that in a minute. And it looks like we got a little bit of adventuring to do here. I'm not sure why there's just this giant bottomless pit. But I guess that works. That's pretty much how it goes in Zelda games. You know, even in Twilight Princess, there was a bottomless pit in the middle of the mansion. So I guess that's just how it works. Alright, so I made it across. Now I've got a little tightroping here. You can sort of let this guy, like, lure this guy out onto the tightrope and sort of knock him off by jostling. What I like to do is basically just use the slingshot. We can knock these things off. We can shoot him, basically get him kind of mad at us. It'll kind of stun him for a bit, but eventually he'll step out onto the tightrope to come get us. And when he does, shoot him one more time and he falls off. So that's a good way to deal with things. Trying to knock people off of tightropes is really annoying, so I tend to just use the slingshot whenever I can. Man, talking about not looking down, huh? Alright, so we made it across. Send on up. And place to sit down. These places will... Oh, I've got a thing on me. Oh, well, whatever. I guess we can demonstrate that now, then. These places will restore your health. So you can just take a seat anytime you want, relax a bit, and that'll restore it. So that works. And I think I heard a Deku Baba over here. Yep. There we go. And, of course, another bird statue. You want to check that. Alright, so this looks a little bit precarious, but we can make it. Oh, you just barely grab onto it, and just barely make that. I always get really nervous there. We made it alright. And here's a different type of Deku Baba. This is a Quadro Baba. You can see it's got a little more health, and it can open in different ways. So, you know, it's a lot stronger as well. It takes multiple hits. So it could be a good idea with these things to just counter them and chop, because that'll always take them down in one shot. That's usually the way I like to take care of them. We can head up this little side path over here, grab this chest, and it's got 20 rupees. Nice. So that pushes us over the 200 mark. We're already getting quite a few of them, huh? Alright, so let's check out what Gorko is up to over here. Oh, look, it's one of those boxes. I guess he's investigating it. I tell you, your timing could not have been better. Look here, I stumbled onto one of these things just now, and it looks just like something I've seen in those ancient texts. If I remember right, yep, this is one of the things the goddess was said to have left behind for the hero of legend. Pretty amazing, right? I even thought up a name for these things. I've been calling them goddess cubes. Makes sense, right? Yeah, I guess it does, actually. Those ancient texts say some real interesting stuff about these things. How did it go again? Let me see. Summon forth the light from a heavenly blade, and may that sword's master receive aid. So, there you have it. I see you got yourself a sword there. What do you say we try and crack the mystery of this cube together? Yeah, sure. Hey, thanks a million, bud. This cube is made of some sort of metal I've never seen. I've wailed on it, but nothing happens. You know, bud, I would say the key to cracking this egg is that one line. You know, the light from a heavenly blade, as if it's not, like, super telegraphed by now. Alright, so obviously, light from the heavenly blade. You know what we need to do. Let's make a Skyward strike here. Whoa, and off it goes. Whoa, did you see that? The cube just shot up into the sky. I think it reacted to that whirly beam thing that shot out of your sword. And where do you think the cube shot off to, anyhow? This mystery just got a whole lot more mysterious. Texts say there are cubes like that one all over this land. Tell you what, you blast as many of those cubes as you can find. If you find out more about them along the way, you come see me. Alright, so those are goddess cubes. It's not really explained what they do yet, but we'll find out soon enough. All we need to know for now is that we want to find as many as we can. So we can make a little shortcut there to get up quicker if we want. And head down, and of course, don't forget about the second goddess cube that they literally just, they just give you right here, right next to the first one. So make sure to get that one. And that marks goddess cube number 2. Nice. Alright, so of course another bird statue, and you can see it looks like we made it to the temple. We'll take the Zelda Zora emanating from within the structure. Looks like the door is pretty well sealed, though. However, I've also detected the presence of numerous monsters. Are you sure you want to proceed? Well, yeah, of course. It'd be very unwise to display overconfidence. Really? You don't think... I'm confident. It's not overconfident. We can do it. What do you... I think she's trying to say that she doesn't think we're ready. But yeah, if we feel unprepared to face the dangers ahead, we can return to the sky and equip ourselves. So we're wise to carry a shield as well as potions. They've pretty much hammered that into you at this point, so let's continue the search. So yeah, at this point we can check out this bird statue, and this is the one right outside the temple. What I think I am actually going to do, though, is go back to the sky real quick. So let's do it. We can pretty much demonstrate how that works, and there's a couple things we can kind of pick up along the way. Now that we've gotten 2 of the goddess cubes, you'll see how that works. And since we've got the slingshot, we can access actually a new shop in Skyloft now. So we're going to check out those things real quick. It won't take too long. Alright, so off we go. Now, before we're turned free, we've got a little scene here, where Phi says when we hit the goddess cube with the Skyward strike, I was able to detect a resulting energy reaction. As you can see, we've got a couple little icons here, marked on the map, the spots where she sensed the energy reaction. So we basically want to go and check these out, and this is where beacons can get really helpful. This one is on the pumpkin landing, which is pretty easy to spot regardless. But some of these are just going to be on like random rocks out in the middle of nowhere. So it really helps to make a beacon to find those things. So you can see that's where we need to head over there, back to the lumpy pumpkin. So let's make our way through this little booster thing here. Alright, and let's drop off here. See, there's our beacon, and it looks like, remember one of these chests? We saw actually one of these back in Skyloft. Looks like this one's lit up. We can actually open it now and find a nice little goodie inside. We're going to find the adventure pouch expander thing. I don't know. We made our adventure pouch bigger. So now, instead of just the 4 slots, you can see we've upgraded to 5. Definitely room for much more of those. So it's awesome. It's a pretty good thing to pick up. You know, expanding the adventure pouch is pretty important. It lets you hold a lot more stuff. So yes, whenever you strike those goddess cubes down on the surface, it pretty much unlocks one of the chests up here in the clouds. So obviously you want to find those and get all the good stuff you can. So this one, the beacon, is going to be very helpful because you can see it's just kind of a random rock, like we don't know where that is. So we can use the beacon to help us out there. So let's hop on the bird again. Make our way through here. Now this one out here, I don't really like to go to too much. We're pretty much on the edge of the world, and there's a like kind of octoroks on these rocks here, and they can actually shoot stuff at you and cause damage, and it can be kind of hard to avoid. It's not like the egg in that bird race earlier. So when you come across one, I pretty much just change direction as much as I can and hope I don't get hit. You know, it's about as best as I can say to do. So you can see the rock we're looking for is right over here. Let's hop off and open this one. Now, I don't know who went around. I guess it was the goddess went around and placed these chests on all these random floating rocks, but this one has a piece of heart, so only one more, and we'll be able to increase our heart capacity. Nice. Alright, so that's both of the treasures that we can open up now. Let's head back to Skyloft real quick and access that store. Alright, so we're back at Skyloft. You can see I've landed kind of near the bazaar here. And if we take a look out to the side, you can see there's kind of this floating ship thing. I didn't really point this out too much before, but you can see it's got a little bell on the bottom of it. So if we shoot this, there we go, that'll ring it. You can see it'll actually stop and extend down a little rope here for us. We can, there we go, grab onto it, and it'll actually pull us up. And this is the next shop that we're going to be checking out. We, of course, couldn't do this before because, well, we didn't really have any ranged attacks, but now that we do, we can check this out. So let's head inside. And you should know just by that sound who this is. So Beetle's Air Shop has everything you could ever want. Take a look around. Nice. Alright, so yes, this is Beetle's Air Shop. He sells a lot of interesting things, actually. You can see there's an expansion to the adventure pouch there. There's kind of a heart metal looking thing. We can't really afford that right now. It's pretty expensive. We've got some extra wallet slots, but what we really come for is this right here. That's a bug net, you know, for catching bugs. Insects, too. Okay, so there aren't so many bugs here, but you'll be able to catch tons with this when there are some. And at only 50 rupees, I'm sure you'll make a net profit. Oh, I'm gonna buy it just for that. Net profit, nice. So we get the bug net. So we can use it to catch bugs and other small things, approach quietly, strike quickly, and you can see that's our next inventory item. Sweet.
Thank you.
So yeah, it really suits me. Alright, so we're also going to buy one little wallet expansion here, just since we have the money, you know, might as well spend it. So it's an extra wallet. You can see we can carry an extra 300 rupees. So yeah, leave no rupee behind. So this costs 100 rupees. We can only buy one. I think you can buy 3 in total, but we can only afford one right now. So you can see that will expand our wallet capacity by 300 rupees. So that's helpful. You know, it definitely keeps us from being full on rupees. So I hate when that happens. You know, you find this big treasure chest that's got like 200 rupees in it, but you're full and you can't hold it. So don't have to worry about that for right now. So we're going to be visiting that place periodically throughout the game. It's got a couple upgrades we're going to be buying, so you'll see me go back to Beetle's Shop Ship a handful of times, but for now we're pretty much done with all the extra stuff up here in the clouds. So without any further ado, let's get back to the surface. Alright, so we have entered that column of light again, and as you can see, it's now possible to descend to a specific bird statue on the surface. So point to the area you want to descend to, and of course select it. So as you can see, these are all the bird statues that we saw throughout the land. Like I said, we can pick which one we want to land at. Of course, we want to stop right by the Forest Temple, because that's our destination, so let's descend there. And that will, of course, drop us right where we left off. So those are definitely very helpful. You really want to make sure to find all of these. It'll make your gathering go much quicker, especially later on when there's all kinds of side quests to do. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to head into the temple now, but before we do, there's actually a little trick here that I just learned about fairly recently. We can actually see there's a bunch of these jewels on the door. If we shoot this one and this one, you can actually get some money out of it. So hey, it's only like 6 rupees, but it's pretty cool. So in order to open this thing, we're gonna have to shoot this familiar looking crystal switch. And in we go to the first dungeon of the game. Awesome. Took us a little while to get here, I guess, comparatively with other Zelda games, but well, we're here. So, yeah, this is the Skyview Temple. Pretty interesting little atmosphere here. Alright, so the auras of many creatures reverberate throughout this temple. Nice choice of words. Can't isolate Zelda's aura. We will not be able to track her here. Well, it's not like we've been doing that anyway, so that's fine. So, her suggestion is that we look around. Oh, gee, thanks. So yeah, there's bird statues in here, but these are of the green variety, so obviously we can't drop down from the sky in the middle of a temple. So basically, I only really worry about those if we need to save, which we really don't, so no need to worry there. These spider webs can be really annoying. You want to make sure to cut as much as you can. Sometimes it can be troublesome to get the bottom part. There we go. But if you walk into it, you get like stuck and have to shake the Wii remote to get free, and it's really a pain. So, there's way too many cuts for that, but whatever, we got it. Oh, I thought we would have got both of them. That would have been cool. Alright, so yeah, there's not really too much we can do here except really just head down. Try not to get... yeah, see, this is what happens. You get stuck, and it can be annoying, especially if things try attacking you. And if you don't really break free, like, far enough, you get just, like, infinitely trapped in the web. It can be really annoying. So yeah, there's a amber relic there. I don't actually think there's a way we can get that yet. Like, it's just out of our reach. You think Link can just hop up and grab it, but nope. So yeah, shooting him with the slingshot doesn't do anything either, I don't believe, so. There we go, get some rupees out of the trees here. I'm always expecting more than I actually get. See, like, that one was way high up. I should have gotten much more than a green rupee. So you can see there's kind of a switch hiding behind this Deku Baba here. What I like to do is just cut these trees out of the way. And don't worry, like, trying to climb up, because if you do that, then you'll just get immediately bit by that thing. But I like to just stand to the side and shoot the switch. You can usually do it without hitting the Deku Baba, so you don't even have to worry about it. Alternatively, I'm pretty sure you could just shoot the Deku Baba with the slingshot, and that would stun it, allowing you to get up there. But, you know, that's just extra work. Don't need to do that. Alright, so in here, we've got this eye-looking thing. It looks like it's kind of... it's following the sword, so let's have some fun. Let's swing it around in circles. I don't think I'm... Okay, I guess I was going over far enough. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But yeah, as you can see, if you kind of get it dizzy there, it'll fall off and unlock the door. So it's just something to keep in mind for future reference in this temple. We're going to come across a couple more of those types of things. Alright, so we have some of these little sticky bomb mine things. I pretty much just stick to the side there. You don't really have to worry about too much. So first things first, we've got a big open room to explore, but we want to knock these things off and make our way up here. Let's go ahead and take care of this one. That's it. Oh no, there's one more. Hit that one with the sword, though. It was down low enough. And if we go back up here, you can see we can destroy these planks, and it'll actually take us back out to the stairway area. So, little shortcut if you want to get back there later. Let's go ahead and check out this room. Looks like we've got a green one of these guys, so we're already upgrading. But they're not too tough, especially if you just knock them off the side. They can't really get back to you, so no need to worry. Got a couple ways to go here. There's a locked door over there, a chain door over there, so really only one way to go. You can see there's a crystal switch up here, so let's hit it. And that'll, of course, unlock the way for us. So yeah, you know, this is the first dungeon. The puzzles are pretty simple. There's really not too much to worry about here. I mean, you might spend a couple minutes in a couple places trying to find where the next switch is, but it's generally pretty easy to figure out. There we go. That worked pretty well. Alright, so we've got some of these guys here. These can be a little bit of a pain when they're hanging. Looks like Fi wants to tell us something. Really? Targetable objects? Oh, man. Really? Oh, come on. Alright, so yeah, this is a Skulltula here. I believe we can take this one down. Yeah, if we kind of hit it sideways, you can see that'll expose the underbelly. It can be tricky to try to stab and hit, though, without getting hit yourself. And we don't really need to deal too much with that one, but I guess we can read this little stone tablet. Two doors lead to rooms left and right. They'll only open when the gemstones are struck. One is above, one below. So we, of course, know the one we hit was above the door before, so there's going to be a gemstone below the other door. I guess that's slightly helpful. Alright, so once we get down here, there's not really too much we can do, except for this little passage, so let's crawl through. You can see this is an interesting little room. We've got a gemstone up there, so I might as well hit it with the slingshot. And that will effectively raise the water level, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, that room right there is actually the big center room, so that also raised the water level just a bit in that one as well. That'll actually grant us access to the next crystal. So for now, this is the only way out. go. Make our way back through the web and back to the central room. Alright, so now that we're back out here, we want to jump down in the water now that it's been raised. And if you remember, there's one gemstone above, one gemstone below. We hit the one above. So the next one's going to be below the door, which is right over here. Now, that one's a little bit tricky. It's kind of hidden in an alcove, you know. But if you read the hint carefully, it shouldn't take too long to pick up on it. So we can just strike that one with the sword, and that'll open up the other door. Alright, so now we got to find a way back up. Thankfully, there are a multitude of places to climb up, so it's pretty quick. Alright, so into the next room we go. That's pretty much how dungeons go in this game. Just try to find new rooms to go into and ways to open them. Let's take out this guy. Yeah, see, they've got a little bit more health. Once you knock them down, once you have to do the finishing blow on them. So just keep that in mind. Don't walk away thinking they're defeated. Alright, so as you can see, these Skulltulas here are pretty much clung to their webs. There's not going to be a lot we can do to them, so we're going to have to make our way around. I'm actually running low on slingshot ammo, which is weird. Like, I don't know that this has ever really happened before. I've only got one shot left. You can you can destroy some of the grass around an inch. You can see they'll drop seeds every now and then, so if you're running low, you might want to stop and do that a little bit. You can see we've refilled up to 11, so it's pretty easy to refill if you do run low. Alright, now we can take these vines. There we go, that went pretty smooth. Whoa, almost got caught off guard by that guy. Like I said, with these guys, I like to just block and counter, because just one shot will take him down that way. Makes it a lot easier. And let's see what this stone tablet has to say. They like to give us hints here. This is just the first dungeon after all. Alright, gaze upon your map until your eye finds the X. Alright, so yeah, that, like it basically said, the temple map is in the room with the 2 gemstones, so that should pretty much give it away. We're actually going to get it right now. So as we head out here, back to the center room once again, we're kind of on this upper balcony. You can see there's a chest. Well, I almost jumped off that thing. Chest here, we can grab it. And we get the dungeon map. Shows the layout of the area, reveals unexplored rooms. So there we go. That's the rest of the dungeon. It's really not that big. Actually, it's probably one of the smallest dungeons in Zelda history, in fact. And as you can see, the map also serves double duty as the compass as well. It also reveals the locations of treasure chests, so you only need to find the map to get everything. It's pretty nice. So yes, and Fi has to tell us we just found the map, as if you couldn't tell. So yeah, can't use beacons, of course. Alright, so it begs us to check out the map. Let's do it. Yep, there you go. And you can see Zelda is up there, so that's where we need to head. Okay, so for now, let's go back. There's actually more to do over here in this room. Okay, so let's walk down the stairs and actually go back along this path. You can see now, we can see these things weak points, so we can pretty much just stab them, and they can't really do a whole lot to us. And just cut the webs they were on to make our way through. There we go. And we don't have to go through that one. If we just look over to the side, you can see there's another one of these crystal switches. And again, if you couldn't find that, you could check the map. It's marked as an X, so they really make it easy to find. But once we hit that one, that will of course raise the water level just a little bit more. So now we need to head back out to the center room. I guess we can go through this way. Ah, fine, whatever. See, I don't know if it's really worth actually trying to break those or not instead of just running through it, but oh well. Alright, so now, before we still don't have a small key, which means we can't make it through that door. That's where we really want to go. But we're going to have to do just a little bit of side trekking first. Let's hop on this log here, and we can shoot this guy with our slingshot. There's only one of them. Alright, so, whoop, come on camera, there you go. Alright, so we're up here. There's yet another path we can take. It's amazing how many pathways there are just in this one little room. You know, it's kind of funny. Alright, so we've got another hanging Skulltula here we can take out by doing the same thing, hitting him sideways, then timing your stab. There we go, so you don't get hit. That's a lot trickier than I'm kind of making it look. I'm getting kind of lucky. but I get hit by those quite a lot just because they're swinging around so much. So I've got 2 eyes here. We just need to keep moving them around in circles. There it goes. I was a little sloppy, but I don't know, it's weird. It's not exactly... If it was exactly 1-to-1 like it claims, it would work just fine. But you can tell there are like designated positions where it kind of gets a little stuck. I don't know, it's just weird. I'm probably going to be complaining about the motion controls every now and then, just in cases like that where it kind of gets annoying. But either way, we soldiered through, and now we have a small key, so it's good. And of course we're going to use it to open the one locked door we've seen, so nothing too complicated there. Alright, so back out into the main room we go. Nice, that was a good jump. Gonna hop across here. Alright, so this is the room that I pretty much consider to be the main room of the temple, and we're actually going to get introduced to it here. It's a pretty large place. You can see there's a lot of stuff going on. So, alright. The obvious thing to do, which we are actually going to do straight away, is to hit this little switch up here with the slingshot. Take care of the bat in the way. I was kind of overcompensating for gravity, I think. Alright, so that will of course open up the door to the middle. Let's get to it. And of course, what's a Zelda dungeon without a mid-boss, right? Alright, so this guy, as you can see, he pretty much holds his sword in a way that there's really only a couple ways to swing to damage him. It's pretty simple. You don't have to worry too much. He does switch up every now and then. But even if you do get blocked, as you can see, you get another shot at it, so really there's no trouble here. You don't even have to move, I don't think. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he'll just keep kind of backing off. He was about to attack there, but we hit him before he could, so that's really simple. I'm pretty sure those guys will show up as regular enemies later on anyway, so no trouble there. And they even give you plenty of recovery hearts. I mean, look at this. They're all over the place here. All right, so let's open this up and see what we got. Pick up the beetle. The unexplained power contained within this insect-shaped item allows you to control it as it flies through the air. Alright, so yeah, press down while cittering. They make sure to remind you of that because it's going to happen a lot. Alright, so yes, we have acquired a new item, in case you didn't know. It can fly, tilt the Wii Remote to pilot it. It can do all kinds of cool stuff. Sweet. So in order to get out of this room, we're of course going to have to use it. Again, that's basically just how Zelda games work. So if we bring it out here, you can see we can fire it off in this direction. There's a little opening out from the center, and it'll pretty much puncture straight through the webbing here. We can turn it around and hit this crystal again. And that will unlock the door. So that's basically our remote-controlled helicopter type thing. We're going to be using it quite a bit throughout this game. It's very motion control heavy, so they're of course going to utilize it to its full potential. But anyway, now that we've got the new item, I think this is a pretty good place to stop here in the middle of the dungeon. Next time we will finish this place off and see if we can find Zelda. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.